Hey everybody, 60 Days to 60, and this is going to be a fun segment because we're talking about the goddess within. And today I'm with Carol Ann. And Carol Ann, how would you describe what you do?
Okay, I've often called myself a goddess archaeologist, teacher, because I dig up goddesses out of history, dust them off and say, here they are. They've been here all the time, but they've been covered up and forgotten. And we are reawakening that goddess, reawakening the divine feminine energy in each of us, because that is the feminine I am.
Oh, okay. So today we're going to walk and talk. We're actually, if you can see this, we're in Las Vegas, and that is just a little hike that that we're going to just kind of figure out how to get up there. But while we're walking and talking, really want to know more about the goddess. So Carol Ann, if you're comfortable, can you walk and talk?
I can walk and talk.
We can stop too anytime.
I can walk and chew gum sometimes. But
So why is the goddess so important for women of any age really to discover?
because it is the forgotten part of ourselves as women. We have lived in a culture where we have defined ourselves through the eyes of men and never really taken a good look at who we know ourselves to be.
Okay.
We all know that male and female bodies are different.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that male and female brains are different. But yet we have continued to attempt to look through the eyes of men at ourselves and the world.
Okay.
But when we discover the inner I am, that divine I am, there's a feminine aspect to her.
Okay.
There's the masculine that we've been taught, but the feminine we are reawakening, and the best way to do it is to get to know yourself all over again.
So Carol Ann leads a goddess circle, is that correct?
That's correct. And I
And-
teach classes.
And she teaches classes. And for me specifically at this time, 60 Days to 60, what I'm finding is you want to go through your life knowing the I am and knowing who you are and acknowledging that goddesses are a part of your life, especially perhaps as you age, when you don't want to rely on the outside of who you are. It's more about going within. And I was told once that my goddesses or my angels are the Virgin Mary, Ishtar, and Lakshmi. And it really helped to ground me when I knew that. And so, Carol Ann, for women, you know, what kind of advice would you say about goddesses, like how to find them and what resonates with people?
Yes. Well,
Let's
first of
turn
all,
this way because then they can see the
okay,
mountain.
cool. Oh, this is a beautiful view.
Beautiful. Okay, wait, let's do this. Here's the view. There's the strip. So Las Vegas has also got hiking.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous up here. Well, I think to really understand the goddess is to fully embrace the full spectrum of being a woman. Because what we find in the goddesses, let me back up. Like the Virgin Mary, for instance, the way she's been presented to us through the eyes of men, because most of the time men are the ones who frame our worldview and our religious views, is that she's this pure, beautiful, pristine, two-dimensional being. When we open up the world of the ancient goddesses, which date back anywhere from 10 to 20,000 years ago, we find a whole spectrum of who we are as women. We're not always sweet, sugar and spice and everything nice. There are times we are raging. There are times we are determined. There are times that we have to fight battles. We have to be warrioresses. Then there are times where we really do need to be the compassionate one in the room. The ones that bring people back together and exercise forgiveness. But the full spectrum, if you look from this end to this end of who the goddess is, she is the full spectrum of every emotion you've ever felt in your life. And nothing and any of those emotions should ever be denied you, because that's part of your divine I am.
Wow, there's a lot there. So for everybody out there, if they want to find out more about their goddess and information about goddess, how can they find out from you?
Well, from me, I've got a website called badassgoddesses.com.
Okay.
And I do have a private group that is a group of women from all over the world. There's about 500 of us. And the reason I chose badass and goddess and put those two together is usually we think of goddess as the sweet, again, like this beautiful, Venus and all of that. Badass gives you a whole different perspective, because I have never met a woman who at some point in her life didn't have to be a badass to get through her life. And I mean, that is such an important aspect. So anyway, badassgoddesses.com. But to answer your question about how we find our inner goddess, we are out in nature right now, and I want to add that probably the most significant, profound way you can get a sense of who your I am is as the divine feminine is just be in nature, commune with the earth, with the plants, with the animals, with the sky, even looking up into the heaven, the stars. We're all made of stardust. So it is about coming back into your body, coming back into all of the aspects of who you are, all the emotions that you feel, all of the experiences you've had in your life. That is the goddess. So you can start just by being in yourself and being in nature.
Thank you, Carolyn.
You're so welcome, and may the goddess be with each and every one of you. Mwah. Love you.